1 cup a day reduces inflammation more than omega-3 in studies. Not just that, helps you reduce your weight, increases your metabolic markers. It's literally just 1 freaking cup a day. And it beats omega-3 in direct human studies and actually much more supplements. This is insane when I saw this, and I love this drink myself. You probably know this drink yourself. All you need is 200 to 600 milliliters. I will go through it, tell you all the benefits, and exactly in the end what this drink is, where you can get it, super easy to get no matter where you are in the world, and how much to drink. Most people would never guess it, I can tell you. So first of all, let's talk about trials. Let's talk about data, right? This is exactly what it comes down to. In multiple randomized controlled human studies, this magical drink, I want to call it, even though it's super easy, basically 1 ingredient, significantly improved digestion, right? This is the cornerstone of our health anyways. People with lactose issues, for example, experienced fewer cramps, less bloating, and reduced flatulence. And in fact, it can help people overcome a lactose intolerance. This is just some side benefit. And then also microbiome data from this trial or from other trials, I'll leave them all in the video description down below, show clear increases in beneficial bacteria, specifically one bacteria which is extremely hard to obtain. And trust me guys, this is coming from someone who had antibiotic issues and a really wrecked microbiome himself. And we are talking about Faecobacterium prausnitzii and Bifidobacterium, usually some which you can obtain through very, very weird procedures only, because most supplements don't have it, and even if they have it, they don't really colonize the gut. This is beautiful to have. Plus, higher overall diversity and reductions in pathogens, for example, E. coli strains and C. difficile, which some people just have an overgrowth of that and they're completely wrecked, right? And on inflammation, ladies and gentlemen, and stick here with me until the very end, I will tell you exactly what that drink is, and I will tell you exactly how much to drink of it. It's literally just like $1 a day. Super insane. You can even make it yourself at home. But on inflammation, the evidence is really, really consistent. And this is where it gets very strong, because here we are elevating ourselves to really systemic impact and also impact on your longevity and on your well-being. Daily consumption of that specific magical drink lowered CRP, C-reactive protein levels, which is the main inflammation marker, not the most important one in my opinion, but one of the main ones to track. And it actually also raised anti-inflammatory cytokine IL-10. Right? And that is a good thing. And several other trials, I will leave them all down below, documented reductions in pro-inflammatory signals and pro-inflammatory cytokines, which went down. 2025 study, that was the most recent one, a very big one, which I want to talk about here, added actually fibers to the drink, produced even stronger effects on 7 markers, but the plain version still delivered measurable cytokine improvements and inflammation improvements. With these fibers, they added inulin and everything. I'll leave you this study down below also separately. It's not for everyone the same. Some of you guys will not digest the fibers well, and then you don't get the benefits. The plain version is always the safest to go, and then you can test the waters if these fibers can work for you, and it can potentially add some benefits, right? It also increased butyrate production for the gut barrier repair, which you get butyrate also from butter and these kind of things, but yes, from this drink as well. In fact, you also got blood lipid results positively across all these groups. It's crazy. I'm just spitting out all of these benefits, and I really want to get to the cliffhanger resolution telling you what drink that is. There's just way too many benefits to cover, right? Stick here with me, guys. But the research actually recorded drops in total cholesterol and LDL, which in some cases it can be beneficial, in some other cases maybe not, but the overall ratios really improved, and that is certainly something very beneficial. Metabolic markers followed. Actually, in type 2 diabetic trials, participants taking the drink daily for 8 weeks in a row showed significant reductions in fasting blood glucose and HbA1c, which is the average fasting blood glucose over the last 3 months. Reduced. Metabolic health increased. Belly fat melted. Easy as that. In fact, also oral health studies found lower levels of Streptococcus mutans, which is a pathogen you want to reduce as much as possible, the primary bacteria linked to dental caries. Beautiful. beautiful, right? I mean, we are really going through the whole body, getting benefits all across the board. Additional trials also noted immune modulation, showing your immune system where to go, where to target the problems, right? Another systemic effect, which has a beautiful positive feedback loop overall, mild improvements in bone mineral density, and small positive changes in sleep and mental well-being scores. I mean, I'm just not getting to an end here. It's really crazy. The effects typically build over 4 to 8 weeks, so it's not to drink it one time, you get all the benefits. No, it takes a few weeks, and the science is telling you it is real. All of these outcomes came from one fermented drink consumed at 200 to 600 milliliters per day. Basically a cup a day. You can go up to 2 cups, but of course start small and then go higher because it's loaded with bacteria and beneficial yeast. The studies used exactly this range, measured the changes with blood tests and breath tests and microbiome sequencing. And the drink that works by delivering dozens of live different bacteria and billions in quantity and yeast that colonize the gut, produce short-chain fatty acids, tighten the intestinal barrier, reducing leaky gut, and thereby systemic inflammation more effectively than simply blocking signals downstream by improving your system. Well, the results are reproducible across health adults, lactose intolerant individuals, and people with metabolic concerns. And the benefits appeared whether the base of that drink, which I will tell you right now, was from cow milk or goat milk or sheep milk. I prefer goat or sheep because it's easier to digest for most people, and even in water-based solutions. But honestly, the milk one is the best. And yes, we are talking, if you haven't guessed it already, goat, sheep, or cow milk kefir. I personally consume the raw version from safe sources. You do whatever you want, but raw is usually better. In my humble opinion, I'm not a doctor, but you can also do the non-raw ones. It's just the raw ones are usually better in my opinion. And yes, raw goat milk or raw sheep milk kefir is, in my experience, also the most beneficial one. But if you want to go safe, just do the fermented version, but the pasteurized version, which is then slightly less beneficial and also slightly less risky. Ladies and gentlemen, let me know what you think about that. Subscribe to the channel right here and watch this very important video about omega-3, which I talked about how to select the right ones. And as always, guys, bye.